Hello, thank you for joining in on today's video. Today's topic is going to be about how do you make your main and rod bearings last longer in your engine. Whether that's going to be in your mild street truck or in your turbocharged LS. Now this will apply to all of those vehicles, any of those engines. Let's get right into it. The particular application that these bearings ran in is a turbo 4-cylinder that is around 800 wheel horsepower. So it's having around 200 horsepower per cylinder. So there's 200 horsepower pushing down on each rod bearing. And this particular bearing, as you can see, did not have a happy life. This is in location 3 out of the 5, so it is in the very center where the main oil gallery is. And this engine was experiencing some oil starvation. Before we had gotten it figured out with a new oil pan and some oil baffling to help with that. Now, this is actually the same location with this rod bearing, or this main bearing put in with a coating. It was still experiencing that same oil starvation. This is before we had gotten it fixed, but with the coating on there, obviously you can see it's just tremendously better condition. That coating was doing its job, was acting as the sacrifice instead of the bearing. Now let me show you one that would be in a good running engine, not getting destroyed. Here's one here that's in good health. This one saw 800 wheel horsepower also, but it had good oil life. As you can see, the coating is still there. The main bearing's still intact. It doesn't have any big scores or gouges in it. This one could have been left in, but every year we tear this motor apart just to see how it's doing. Here is a rod bearing, just for example. As you can see, the rod bearing is still in good condition. A little bit of pitting, but nothing, nothing of major concern. There's a good shot. These little scratches here at the bottom, that's me. That's just me being an idiot. Alright. That wasn't from running the engine. Now here's a brand new one. Here's a brand new rod or main bearing. Now, the coating that is on these bearings is called CT-1, and it is just an incredible product. Works very, very well. I've recommended it to a couple of my friends that run V8 engines, and another few of my friends that also run turbo 4-cylinders. It is not just meant for bearings. They also do it for piston skirts. They use the same C10-1 on piston skirts, and it also does a tremendous job. After I pull my engine apart, the skirts have no wear, no gouling. The iron sleeves that are in my engine just have no significant wear on them, no gouges, just look perfect. It's really made a giant difference for my engine's life and health. Now, the company that I have gotten these performance coating at is the company Calico Coatings. Some of you guys might know who they are. Some of you might not. They are based out of North Carolina. You can find them on calicocoatings.com. Again, I am not sponsored by this company. Would love to be, but I just believe in this product so much that I love telling anybody about them, because I want them to have the same success that I've had and not go through some of the headaches. The best part about this is the price of these coatings. So, again, this is for a 4-cylinder, so you'll have to keep that in mind, but this will give you a reference. So, for the rod bearings, it was almost $27, and for the main bearings, it was almost $43. So you're looking at $70 for both the rod and main bearings. And I showed you the examples of the wear. I mean, it is just a no-brainer to get this done. I also went ahead and had my oil pump gears and the housing done, and that costed me $72. I'm looking forward to taking that apart and seeing what it looks like at the end of the year. Now, what you would do if you wanted to have this company do your coatings is you go ahead and you purchase the rod or main bearings that you normally like to use. For me, that's King Race bearings. But if you're going to go with like regular street bearing or anything like that, the same applies. So you go ahead and you buy your bearings, you contact them. The sales rep that I usually speak with, his name is Dave Adams. Go ahead and give him a call, and you will just send your bearings off to them, and when they are finished, they put them in their own packaging, and they will have the part number and everything labeled on them, and you'll be all set and ready to go. There is the box right there. It says it reduces engine failure, extends bearing life, reduces oil temperatures, increases horsepower, saves time and money. It sure does. Protect your investment. I mean, it's just been a great product. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Again, they are located in Denver, North Carolina. Calico Coatings. This has been a video by Brad at Wannabe Racer. If you enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate it if you give me a like, maybe check out a couple of my other videos, maybe subscribe. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time. You have a good one.